Greetings. And once again, this is Stan. And it's Friday evening, going on through the weekend. And we welcome you to the growing tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs. Oh, I love that greeting. I love that expression. The tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs. But obviously something that smart and that good didn't come from me. My friend Olindia, who is truly a Christian entrepreneur in South Africa, in her response to one of my programs, she just simply said, I'm glad for the tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs. So it has to come that wise, that good, from a wise and good woman. Thank you, Olindia. That's one of our new greetings, the tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs. And for this weekend, I'm going to ask you to think about just exactly what I said. Principle number 3, life is too short to go through it writing with an ugly pen. That's right, don't write with an ugly pen. Write beautifully. Well, what in the world am I talking about? Well, on the weekend, we're going to take a little time to think about that, because that very idea could change your life. It could change how you look at life, and perhaps it could really help you be more in the likeness and the image of God Himself. Boy, we've got a good weekend planned. I'm glad you've joined us for 20 minutes of teaching and learning, and perhaps even a little transformation. This is the Jesus Entrepreneur. We start right now. And indeed, we do welcome you to our time together. Again, I'm Stan Hustad. I'm the lead broadcaster and the founder of a new movement, a tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs. We call it the TCEN Global. That is our worldwide corporate name, but it stands for the Christian Entrepreneur Network. And we're sponsoring this program for you. And we're going and growing. In fact, we really are launching our reach-out efforts. Thanks to a few wonderful, generous donors, we've been able to get the first start. Now we're going to ask you to help support us. But we're not just in the business of asking for donations. We will be providing. More than that, we will be offering all kinds of great business services that will help your business grow, to not only survive, but thrive, and perhaps change the lives of others, because remember, you are a spiritual being having a human commercial business experience, but you're spiritual first. And number 1, the prime directive, you are here to serve others. So tell me, who are you called to serve, and what are you called to do? And when you do that, what's going to happen for them, to them, and with them? Those are the kind of questions that a smart Jesus entrepreneur thinks about a lot, and they think about it often so that they can keep changing, connecting, and correcting their business model, and the program that they're trying to put together. Hey, it's the weekend. Oftentimes what we say on the weekend, I call it the WR2W time. Weekend is WR2W. First of all, I just know there's some catch-up work that you have to do in the beginning of the weekend. And I really get up real early on Saturday because I know my wife has some what they call the honeydew projects. I've got some work to finish up. But by 12 o'clock, around then, I try and shut it down, because that's the start of my rest. That's R. Rest and relaxation. I start my Sabbath time. That's take the day off. Don't work. Read. Reflect. Pray. Think. Rest. And that's important. So work. Get it caught up. Rest. Reflect. And then come Sunday morning, it's time for me to do what I was made to do, what I was made for, part of the purpose that I have in life, and that is to worship. So as we encounter these days, perhaps you'll take a little time to, work, rest, reflect. You may even listen to this program again because it's meant to be just a few minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes for reflection and perhaps to get you ready for some worship time. So you can reach out to me. Once again, my name is Stan Hustad, as I say, and you can check me out, radioedge77@gmail.com, radioedge77@gmail.com. If you Google Stan Hustad, just Google me or Bing me or whatever else you do to me, you'll begin to find out more about me. And soon we will be launching. We put the first one up and we took it down. Didn't do what we wanted it to do. And we've renamed it tcenglobal.org. And right now, our talented technicians and network members are getting the stage and the site and the landing place ready so that you can come and visit us. You can hear all of the radio programs. You can take advantage of a number of free teaching classes. You'll find all kinds of resources that will help you deal with life in what we call the Ice Age, the new Ice Age, the Internet-connected experience economy, and that's the one you're going to have to live and work in, and we're going to have ways to help you do just that. Also a time to think and pray. Obviously, there was a story of a massacre that's making its news. Oh, my gosh. Then, talk about, problems in paradise. Following the news, the situation in Hawaii, oftentimes thought of as kind of a Pacific island paradise. The volcano there is causing a good deal of damage, perhaps a great deal of damage, and even more than that, right now it is posing a significant danger, as who knows what's going to happen. So thoughts and prayers on the weekend for the people in those situations too. Life is difficult. Adversity seems to be with us all the time. And as we pointed out yesterday from our little talk from Sarah Young and Jesus Calling, look for how you can depend more and more on Jesus, the entrepreneur, the master entrepreneur. You know what? Just as the friends in Alcoholics Anonymous say, you know what? Step one, whatever mess you're in, you're going to be able to only make it up and make it well, not by yourself, but by the help of someone else. And I think you know who that someone else probably is. Hey, today what I'd like to do with that introduction is I want to talk to you about principle number 3 in the little book that's coming out called Fully Alive. Jesus wants you to be fully alive. That's why he came. Not just to give you a fire escape from hell and a bus ticket to heaven. He came so that you might have life fully alive. And there are what we call the 7 principles and the prayer of Joshua, which we've kind of adopted, the 7 principles. Just like Stephen Covey did the 7 habits, we've got even more than habits. These are principles and beliefs, and they are practices, things you can really do. In fact, you need to do them if you want to be successful in the marketplace, and particularly as a member of the tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs. What do you think principle number 3 might be? It actually has something to do with, hey, life is too short to go through it writing with an ugly pen. Write beautiful. What could that mean? Well, give me just a few more minutes and we'll tell you the pen story and see what it does. Let it sit on your head for a while, maybe even sink to your heart, and then perhaps you're going to go out and make something beautiful. I'm Stan Hustad. This is RadioEdge77, gmail.com, RadioEdge77 We'll be right back.
Day by day, day by by day. Oh, dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day.
Okay, here we go. Friday evening, carrying on into the weekend. The fifth word. That's right, the fifth word. I want you to remember that now. It's the fifth word. In the beginning, God created. You are made in the image of God to make and create things. In the beginning, God created. Now, if you are a Spirit-led Christian entrepreneur, if you are a member of the tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs, you like that word. In fact, you like it a lot. One of the things you love to do is to create things. You know what? You are probably not too happy going to work for somebody else and simply doing things to what they have, or what they have done, or what they have created. Again, you'll do that, but you need to create things. God is the creator, and if we are made in His image, and if we can grow into His likeness, and if we share some of His insights and instincts, we too will delight in creating things. When God created the heavens and the earth, He saw that it was good. Indeed, it was very good. Now, here is part of our modern day problem. We don't create things that much anymore. Oh, people do that, but then most of us end up working with or working for the creators, and we don't really get to enjoy the full joy of creation. Because we're just using somebody else's creation. We're just working on somebody else's deal. We're working for somebody else's creative activities. Let me give you an example. One you all know around the world. Ray Kroc, what a wonderful story, certainly enjoyed creating the whole McDonald's hamburger idea. Indeed, it was an entrepreneurial creation. But now, most of the people who work with McDonald's are simply in the business of putting what has already been created together and making it work. Now, that's vital. It's necessary. Has to be. But it's not the same. Oftentimes in my teaching, I point out that most of us today do a lot of different M words. That's right. We are in the M word business. I've done this for years. We market things. Yeah. We manage people, things, and resources. We manage money. We message things all over the world. And for sure, we move things. We manufacture things in that we take something that has been created and figure out ways to duplicate it and make it on a mass scale and then move it out to the client and customer. We are Emmers. Instead of being makers, we're something else. But you see, because of that, we oftentimes miss the thrill and indeed the thing that makes us most human. We don't make things. I once met a man high up in the financial and business consulting services. He said to me somewhat wistfully after hearing some of my teaching, "You know, Stan, I've made lots of deals. And you know what? I've made lots of money. But I can't say that I ever made a darn thing." A few years ago, I realized that that was part of my problem. I was a thinker, the talker, the teacher, the motivator, the coach, and in some cases, probably the bloviator. But I always had a fascination with a beautiful pen. I don't know why, just always have. So I began to learn the art of making fine, beautiful pens. You see, I create pens. Look at this pen. It's a beautiful pen. It's just exactly what I like. And I created it. Each one is unique. It's obviously practical, and it's useful. And there's only one of a kind. Now, many of them are similar, but I oftentimes make them out of exotic woods that I'm able to find. I oftentimes just literally find scrap countertops, and I make them out of that. Whatever I can, I simply go into my little shop and I make a pen. And it's delightful. I carry it around. Oftentimes people comment when they see me with my pen. They say, "Oh, that's a very nice pen." And I pick it up and say, "Yeah, I made that." I said, "You made that?" "Yeah." "Well, how did you do that?" And I oftentimes tell them how I did it. And then I oftentimes delight in doing this. I say, "Do you like this pen?" And they say, "Oh, that's a beautiful pen." And then I flip it over and say, "Good, because it's yours. Here it is. This pen is now just for you. I made it for you. God knew that you loved it and would like it, and now it's yours." So, I have a little statement that goes like this. Life is too short to go through it writing with an ugly pen. Just think about that. I also know that one of the things I've helped many men and women who are in the other M stage is that what has happened is when they have finally decided to use their hands, their body, their energy, not just their brains, to actually make things. They find that something real happens, something different happens. It changes things. You see, we were not made to run things and manage things. We were made in God's image to create things, to make things. We are made to be makers. We are made to be change makers. We are made to be continually creating things that are good. God created the heavens and the earth. And He looked around, and He looked at it, and He said, "You know what? This is really good. I think I'll take my pen and sign it. I will say I made this." And just like a master artist, they'll take their pen and they will sign it. Oftentimes when I'm working with young people, I will have one of my pens with them, and they will hand in a project or something that they want to do. And what I will do is I will give them a pen, and I will say, "Sign it. Sign it. It's a masterwork. You're made in the image of the master teacher and master entrepreneur, so sign it." Principle number 3, for those of us who are joining the tribe of Jesus entrepreneurs, we are made in God's image to make things, to create things. That's what you're supposed to do. Make sure you do it well. I'm Stan Hustad. Just something for your thought and consideration. I'll be back. Okay, we're done. That's your 20 minutes. Remember, 20 minutes every day will make you very healthy. You'll grow smarter. You'll learn something every day, and if we can be a part of that, we'll be glad to help you. Would you like to be on the program? Would you like to talk to me? Can I help you? Perhaps I can. Anything that might be your issue in business, life, and service to God and others, if you'd like to know more about what we're doing, I'd love to hear from you. You can even call me, 520-664-7002 in the United States of America, 520-664-7002, radioedge77@gmail.com, radioedge77@gmail.com. Life is short. Live it beautifully. All the best and blessings. May God be with you in the weekend. We'll see you around the bend come Monday. We'll meet you on Monday in the marketplace to make a difference for another week. Take care. Bye for now.